Get ready for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, it's time for the VooDoo Chef Podcast, where we will discuss all things voodoo from the VooDoo Studios located right here in beautiful Tampa, Florida. So to all my booties out there, if you're looking for nothing but a good time, this is the place to be. Call your friends, knock on the neighbor's door, and let them know it's time to party like a rock star for the next hour. Join me and my guests and learn to voodoo like we do as we discuss our faves and the voodoo that we use. I'll put our guests on the spot as we ask for their top 3, and make sure and listen as we discuss some of our favorite war stories from the kitchens we've worked in. Sit back, grab a tall glass of your favorite libation, and enjoy this episode of the VooDoo Chef Podcast. What's going on, booties? It's a great night tonight. We got sitting in the second chair, Johnny B. Buddy,
Hello.
What's going on, man?
Hey, Voodies. Hey, what's up, Chef? How are you, pal?
Man, like, I can't get enough of you. I saw you yesterday. We're hanging out tonight. We're going to be hanging out Friday night. Man, this is fun. I'm so excited every time we get to hang out, brother.
Yeah, I know. You're one of my best pals, and we're usually so busy that we don't see each other. So this has been a really cool week that we got to hang out a couple days.
Dinner.
I know.
We're gonna be talking all about that tonight.
Yeah, I'm still on cloud 9 from that food we had yesterday. So that was
my God, man, it was phenomenal. We're gonna get all into that here in a bit. But dude, we've been talking about it on your show. I've been talking about it on the podcast. Voodoo Valentine's right around the corner, brother. And
I know.
How many sets are you? I mean, you're always down in Sarasota. You're up in Palm Harbor. We're bringing Johnny B to Tampa. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's so funny for me being a Tampa boy and living in the area. I rarely do stand up in Tampa. I'm always all around the outskirts. I've had a couple shows in Bradenton since the first of the year. I'll be out in Winter Haven soon, Port Charlotte, all over the place. So I'm excited about February 12th in Tampa, hanging out, and then you add good food, and it gets me super excited. So yeah, I'm going to be hyped for it, and we're gonna do a little music for him too, which is awesome.
Oh, absolutely. We're gonna have Kitchen Killers coming in at the end of the night, but and they get all the food. They get all the voodoo, the 4-course voodoo menu, man. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, I can't wait, brother.
It's gonna be a good time. I'm looking forward to having everybody laughing and choking on their food and all that. So it's like a touchdown, for a comedian if you can make somebody shoot their food or their drink out of their nose. So I'll be trying my best.
I was gonna say I got $5 for every spit take, man.
Yeah. I love that, man. I love it.
And thanks for bringing some class to the podcast, man. I mean, you got the professional little Johnny B logo. You got the scrolling message. That's pretty hot there, buddy.
It's pretty. Oh, I'm sorry. There. Oh, everything's reversed. I know. Look at that. Look at little me there. Hey there, little fella. You're cute. Yeah.
And tell us about your TikTok, buddy.
TikTok, it's usually for teenage girls to booty dance, but there's other stuff on there. And for the voodies out there, if you don't already know, there's a whole genre, what they call food TikTok, and it's just chefs and different foodies throwing together like quick tips and things like that, restaurant reviews. I mean, the food world on TikTok is incredible. So once you start following things that you're interested in, the algorithms are really crazy there. So it learns what you like, and then it kind of puts you in an echo chamber of the things that you want to see. And it's just scrolling. It's just the Chinese owning our brains. And you just keep on scrolling and scrolling. Hold on, I'm on it right now. And you just keep scrolling.
Johnny, if we were to open up Johnny B's TikTok, what would the algorithm show us?
Well, I'll tell you right now. I'll go to it right now. And it does know me very well. So my algorithm is food. Big bootied girls.
Big booty girls.
Oh yeah. Big booty girls making food.
Booty girls making food.
Comedians.
Comedians.
Let's see here. I'll go through the list right now. Okay.
No
Here's
big
what
booty
it's giving
girls
me.
making food, telling jokes?
No, no, hold on. Oh, yeah, here we go. First video. First video I'm going to. You ready? Let's see. Big booty girl. Okay. Next video. Let's see here. Oh, it's I watch these guys that do like pranks on people. This guy's a barber and he does funny stuff to his clients where they want to beat his ass. But yeah, I mean, it's all kinds of stuff, just funny stuff, food stuff. See?
How do we find Johnny B on TikTok?
Johnny B Tampa. You can see it scrolling right there, buddy. I got it. Johnny B Tampa on TikTok and on Instagram, and then on Twitter, it's Johnny B Comedy. So
now is that a like? Is that a follow? What's it called on TikTok?
it's a follow, yeah, and then you can go
It's a
like
follow?
the videos and all that stuff. But it's fun, man. I dogged people for about a year. I made fun of people, and then I got on it, and I found out how cool it is to create on it. I throw a lot of my stand-up clips on there. I throw all kinds. I have some of my singing stuff up there too, so you can go there and see. I did a music and a comedy show in Bradenton last week, and I threw up some of the stuff I was doing a duo with a really cool artist out of Polk County, Dan Signor. He's a guitar player, a piano player, and we actually did the show at a piano bar, and he played piano, and I sang after I did an hour of comedy, and it was awesome. So a lot of that stuff's up on my TikTok. So go slap a like on it.
I say all the time I'm addicted to TikTok, but I don't even have a TikTok. I might have to get on, Johnny, just so I could check you out and see some of your music shows. So
you're gonna want to put some of your videos up too. I mean, you do awesome YouTube videos every week. You throw up all these great videos. You could take basically a 1 minute highlight of one of your cooking videos and then direct people to your YouTube. Say, if you want to see the rest, go to my YouTube, go to voodoochef.com, and it's like easy, free promotion. Plus,
after talking to you and our social media team, and by our social media team, I mean young hip people.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
They're like, yeah, you got to get TikTok, old man. So we'll definitely check that out. And all you booties, make sure you jump on Johnny's TikTok. And Johnny, we got to get rolling, man. The boys are coming in. But before we get going, we got to take a look at what we did this week on the Halfway Hangout. It was actually inspired by our guests today, Bubba Flores and Derek Wolley from Wicked Oak. They served me some nachos the first time I went there. And then you and I went there, and they treated us like royalty. We ate everything except the nachos.
I know.
And I came home, and I was wondering, what was I missing? Because they fed us everything. And I was like, it was the damn nachos. So I made them this week on the Halfway Hangout. Check them out. What is going on, Voodies? A lot of people already checking in. Thanks for popping in. We are streaming on 2 again today. We'll let some people pop in and out. Before we get started here, we are going to be making some a Woodford cocktail inspired by my buddy H. And then we're going to be doing a little skirt steak nachos. But we gotta throw some love out there. All the Voodies checking in. I know you're checking in on the Chef Erik Young's page. Please know that pretty soon, we are going to be switching over to the Erik Young's 13 page. So at some point during the live today, during the Halfway Hangout, jump over, make sure you throw that page a like, a follow, whatever the fuck it's called. And let's make sure that we're starting to move everything that way, because at some point we got to jump over there to give all the Voodies a chance to check in. We're about at our limit on the on my personal page here, so we got to jump over and throw some love to everybody. But I hope everybody's doing well. Let's throw out some Carl. What's going on, buddy? Nice to have you back, man. Carl, gonna see you in trivia tonight. If you want in, just hit me up later. But all right, guys, let's start talking all things voodoo. Real big podcast this week, dropping this week. Our boys from Wicked Oak Barbecue jumping in, and we did things a little different this week. We actually went out, did some tastings, had a real good time with the boys from Wicked Oak, and we're gonna chat all things barbecue tonight. So make sure you check out the podcast. It'll drop on Friday, and it's gonna be a real good time. And I gotta tell you, the food is fan-dantastic. But you're gonna have to listen to the podcast to get all that. Johnny B and I getting together, throwing some love, we're going to be doing the VooDoo Chef Valentine. I don't know what the fuck it's called. VooDoo Valentine. All I know, it's going to be a damn good time. We're taking over Dark Door Spirits. We're going to blow it up. Seats are limited, guys. We got to follow the COVID protocols. We got to keep distancing, spacing. Get your tickets now. You can get them at VooDooChef.com. Click on the VooDoo Valentine link. It'll take you over. You can see the full menu. You're going to choose what you want to eat, whether you want to have the badass, whether you want to have the bitch. You pick. We don't care. We're going to make whatever you want. Everybody's getting the BFS. Everybody's getting the VooDoo Shrimp. Everybody's getting either the badass or the bitch. And then we end with the 5 food groups. And I cannot forget, closing out the night, the Kitchen Killers are driving over from Orlando. And we are going to have just a great time. If you are at, we had a private event at Dark Door for our sponsors and some of our volunteers. Kitchen Killers came over. I gotta tell you, we were supposed to be out of there and everybody just hung out, had a great time. Even the guys from Dark Door were just chilling and just a great time. We had a pretty long time, but that's what we do, right? Party like rock stars. All right, let's talk about what we're gonna start making here today. If you want anything VooDoo, hit us up. VooDooChef.com. That's where you find all the products for what we're making today. You want a private catering in-house, you want a private online class, hit us up. That would be VooDoo Chef Catering. Link on the website. Everything's on VooDooChef.com. And of course, everything we do is to support the 3 pillars of the VooDoo Chef Foundation mission, supporting the community through food and education, supporting our local industries. That's why we feature a lot of the restaurants on our podcasts, do some VooDoo pop-ins. We also are supporting our future through the Culinary Scholarship, and then our hope that no one will go without, and we jump in and feed people. Tyler Rook just popped in, and it's a very special day because all month of January we have been featuring Woodford, and we're popping a brand new bottle for tonight. If I can get it open. I always get yelled at. You should have opened that before the VooDoo hangout. Yeah, I know, so what? It's all good. We'll just pop this bad boy open. And, our guys over at Brown Foreman, gotta throw a lot of love to all the guys at Brown Foreman. If you don't know, I am a bona fide Jack drinker. I drink Jack Daniels all the time. Brown Foreman also owns Woodford. This is the step up sipping whiskey. This is mad stuff. My personal favorite, the double oaked. It is just phenomenal. And thanks to Tyler and Darren for throwing us all the love. And check out the podcast next week when we do a private tasting of 5 different flavors of Jack Daniels. That's going to be super cool. Let's stop playing the games here, because I need something to drink. If you notice, I don't have anything out here yet. So we're making this one for me. Again, inspired by my buddy H. If you don't know my buddy H, he's with me just about everywhere we go. And he and I were talking, and he was telling me about a cocktail that he has. I told him what I was making tonight, and he said, "Oh my God, you got to try this cocktail." And I'm like, "Can I twist it a little bit?" He's like, "Absolutely." And that's the beauty of cooking, guys. Take what we're doing, make it your own. That makes it amazing. Twist it up, shake it up, do it your way, make it your own. So we're going to start with about 1.5 ounces of the Woodford. And all you guys out there watching, sending me texts, I know I pour heavy. You don't have to tell me. What, is that the Catman just checked in? Is that the Catman? Is that Michael Dillon, the drummer for You Wanted the Best? Amazing show. If you follow me, you know I posted a lot of pictures from that show. The drummer just checked in. Thanks for checking us out tonight. We're trying to get You Wanted the Best on the podcast. We're just having a hard time lining it up. So hit our page. I'd love to talk to them and have a great time. Oh, I'm stepping ahead. You know I love the lime. H uses lemon. But we all know I love the lime. Calls for about 1/2 ounce of lime. So we're going to get this right in here. If you want to use the press, use the press. We're going low key tonight. Doing a little street food. I wanted to use stuff that's disposable because I don't want to wash any dishes. It's all good. All right, now we're gonna add, this called for a little bit of Benedictine, which is, it's got them lavender notes and different flavors, and I'm like, hey, H, I don't know if you've had the gin. He's like, of course I've had the gin, buddy. But the spirit of prohibition that, you know, we had our own barrel, and the proceeds from that went to the VooDoo Chef Foundation thanks to Dark Door. What we did, we're gonna sub this out because what the flavors we're looking for are those lavender notes, and the gin at Dark Door, it's so heavy with lavender and all the different pieces of the puzzle that are in there. The essential oils you see floating, it's just gonna add the magic that we're looking for. And we're just gonna add, it only needs about a half of an ounce just to get that flavor profile in there. A little bit of triple sec. And, oh snap. And then just a splash of bitters. And guys, I can't wait because I don't have a cocktail. Well, we're going to give this a little spin. And then we're going to pour it over our pretentious ice cube. You know, they asked me, are you missing anything? Nah, I'm not missing anything. I'm missing my strainer, but it's all good. And look at that, I could see the essential oils from the gin floating in there. And, you know, we're going to call this Ode to Del. Here's to you, my friend. Guys, this recipe will be on our website. You'll be able to check it out. You'll be able to try it out. And I hope you do. Shafali, how you doing? Here's Ode to Del. Oh, man. Got to tell you, the little bit of the citrus, the lavender, on top of that Woodford just smooths everything right out. I am telling you, this is Rockstar right here. We're going to be sipping on that all night. We might have to take a time out and make some more. All right, so what we're gonna make tonight, so much going on. What we're gonna make tonight, let me slow my roll here. We're gonna make some grilled nachos. We're using some skirt steak. We got some skirt, we're gonna hit it with a little bit of lime and a little bit of VooDoo red. We're gonna throw that on the grill. And then a few weeks back, I don't know if you remember, we made some dirty tomatoes. So I've got some dirty tomatoes going. And we're just gonna throw those in a bowl. What we did with these, let me show you what these look like. If you don't remember or you weren't here, we hit these at about, I'm gonna tell you, 450 degrees. And they're just on a cast iron skillet. They're tossed in bacon fat and then hit with a little bit of VooDoo dirt. All right? And we take them just to the skin pop. So, you know, I live in a world of ish, 10-ish minutes. We just want to get that outside ready, that outside popping. They're a little soft inside, but they've still got a little bite to them. And because we're making some street food today, haven't told you what yet, we want to make sure that they hold nice and nice. They still have a little bit of bite to them, so we want them still a little firm. All right, so let me check my stuff back here. We're cheating tonight, guys. We got them all going. We got everything going today. All right, let's get this skirt going. What we're gonna make, guys, we're gonna make a little bit of nachos. I went out to Wicked Oak the other day. I've been out there quite often since my boy Derek became the pit master out there. And you know, the first time I went out there, they're like, "Let us get you something to eat. Let's hook you up, try something." I'm like, "Dude, no, I'm not here to eat food." And I said, "Is that nachos on your menu?" And sure enough, they make nachos. So we all know nachos, my favorite food. So I got some nachos, and let me tell you, they were off the chart. Absolutely amazing. Jen, I'm glad you could make it in today. Absolutely amazing. So I went back yesterday for a tasting, and they brought us the world. I mean, I walked out of there so full. And of course, I looked at them, and I'm like, "No nachos tonight, guys?" And like, "Well, you had those last time, you know." So I wanted to come home tonight and get nachos because I've been jonesing since I left there. So I didn't want to just do standard nachos. We kicked it up a little bit. So we got some skirt, traditionally used for the fajitas. We're just going to take it. And this is exactly how I would do my fajitas too, guys. I did trim this into smaller pieces so we can get it onto the grill. I did trim some of the fat off, but we don't want to take all of it off. We don't want to sit here and fight this stuff and get in a big war trying to trim all this fat off. That fat's yummy goodness, and that's what makes skirt. Those lines of fat that run through this meat. So we want to trim off some of that larger stuff and some of that sinuous tissue, but we want to leave the majority of it there. So we hit that with lime. This simple, guys. And then we're going to take VooDoo Red and just do this up. Notice I'm holding about 12 inches above the product. If I'm way down here, I'm not going to get a good spread on my seasoning. So we want to hold it high enough to get a big enough spread so it covers our meat evenly. We're just going to do the same thing on the other side. So get a nice even spread on that seasoning. Make sure it's coated evenly all the way across, and we're ready to go. Not too difficult. Got my garlic butter. Now we're jumping up here to the Kamado. I pulled the tomatoes out of the green egg because I have the convector plate in there. We're using this like the oven. We got the convectorator in there. We're getting the circulation going. We hit those tomatoes. I'm open fire right here. So I'm just gonna season my grill here. Get my grate seasoned. And here we go. Let's get this meat right on that open flame. And I don't know if you can hear that sear. That sound is just getting me excited already. All right, watch what I do here, guys. I'm gonna wipe my hands off, but I don't know if you can see I got two trays here. Remember, I had the raw meat on the top. I'm gonna flip the trays so that I'm gonna have a spot for my cooked meat when it's ready to go. I'm just gonna set that right here by my grill. So we're ready to rock and roll. While that's cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and do a little number on my tomatoes, okay? We're just gonna take these, get them a little cut in half, if they're big. And what we're using baby heirlooms. So we're gonna get the yellows, all the different colors. And I'm gonna tell you, when we did the ETO salmon, and we put the dirty tomatoes on there, absolutely phenomenal. And when I got inspired for the dish, when I got hungry to eat nachos, I got excited to make these tomatoes again because they were super, super yummy. And I can't wait to have them on my nachos. So we got the flavor of the dirt, sweet espresso rub on our tomatoes. The sweetness is going to counterbalance that acid a little bit. We're going to get the flavor of the espresso, which is going to add slightly smoky flavor. If you do them in the oven, you'll get it not as much. But here on the grill, because we were doing it on the smoker, you know, it's going to be a little heavier. If you do it in the oven, you'll get that sweet smoky flavor from the coffee. Subtle smoke. All right, let's get this here. All right. It went a little farther than I wanted, but you know what? That is A-okay. All right. Now, let's check our steak here. With the skirt steak, you don't want to cook it too long. You know, you cook it too long, you're going to get it tough. You cut it wrong, it's going to be tough. It's a wonderful, wonderful piece of meat if you know how to handle it. Hey, Carrie, how you doing? Thanks for checking in. So I'm checking that. I'm going to keep an eye on that. We want to just get a nice hard sear on the outsides and keep it we're going to keep it, if we were talking temperatures, about a mid-rare, but it's a real thin cut of meat. So, all right, so I'm all ready to get ready, guys, because I'm ready to dig in. I don't know if you noticed, normally we're still flapping gums by now. I forgot that was there. Here's to you, Del. All right, so, guys, you use whatever you want to use. You do you. You do you. I love the Cantina style. You know, it brings me back to when I would go eat at Real Bravo. We used to go down there at least twice a week. Then we would hit Don Pablo's, and they're just a thicker chip, and they're gonna help hold up to that meat. All right, get ready, guys, because we're gonna happen pretty quick here. We're gonna flip our steak. I'm telling you, it doesn't take long. All right, we're gonna let that side get rocking and rolling. While that's going, we got the components of our salsa here. We got our dirty tomatoes. We've got some Fat Boy pickled onions. Quick pickle. We take VooDoo Chef Fat Boy and we pour it on top of julienne onions. It's that simple. It's gonna give it a nice quick pickle, get a little acidic flavor, bring in some of those flavors from the Eastern North Carolina barbecue sauce, which Fat Boy is, and add just another level of flavor, another layer of flavor to our nachos here. Finally, behind me, we have some veggie black beans that we made in advance and some queso we made in advance. Guys, veggie black beans, we'll have that up on the website. Queso, we'll put it up on the website. You want to use shredded cheese, use shredded cheese. The queso, milk and your favorite Mexican melting cheese. It's not hard. It's not difficult, guys. We're not playing, we're not building rockets here. And then we're just going to start building these bad boys. But I got to get this meat done and let it rest. So, while we're waiting for that, let's throw my girl Carrie a little love out there. She checked in here. And, you know, Carrie, you help us put together a great Our Hope event out at Leto High School. And guys, if you're not familiar with what I mean by Our Hope, the VooDoo Chefs Foundation, it is in the VooDoo Chef Foundation, it's our hope that no one goes without. And what we mean by that is we need to help take care of everybody. And through our restaurant partners, we go out and we feed those in need. Now we try to target some of the socioeconomically challenged high schools and get those kids some nice hot meals on Fridays. And Carrie and the Faux Cheesy food truck, along with some other partners, you know, First Watch East Lake Woodlands Country Club, Alfred's food truck, my boys over at Little Creek, Nick Boinovich, we put together a nice event. And we are hoping to do this again in April. So if you're one of the restaurateurs out there, if you want to get in and help us out, I know Bubba's already said he's coming. I know Coco said he's coming. We're looking to feed an entire school this time. We're looking to get a food truck rally at a school and feed the entire building. So if you want to be part of that with the VooDoo Chef Foundation and help us feed those in need, hit us up at info@voodoochef.com. Tell us what you're looking for, and let's make that happen, because there's a lot of people in need out there. And at the end of the day, it's nice to go in and give these students something that is just a little different. Just a little different. Dan Mortar, what's going on, homie? Thanks for checking in. All right, guys, check this out. We got our skirt. Our skirt's, you know, a little bit different sizes. We got some that are thick, some that are thin. I'm going to pull these thin pieces off because I think they're ready to rock and roll. But we got to let them rest for a little bit. I got a couple of the thicker pieces here. We're going to let those go for just a little bit more. But I think we're ready to start making this bad boy happen. Or should we have another drink? Dan, when we getting together, have a drink, homie. Hit me up. Dan Mortar's son, one of the most badass pastry chefs on the planet. And Dan, if I'm not mistaken, he's is he working at Chenna in Channelside? Did I hear that? Is that true? Is that true? Let's let everybody know, because they got to get out and try Alan's food. Alan makes some amazing fucking pastries, amazing desserts, amazing creams, just phenomenal. Wait, I gotta tell you, my ode to Del is on fire. Here's to you, Del. Greg Watkins, what's going on, brother? Thanks for making VooDoo amazing. All right, here we go. Time to start. We're gonna pull this off, pull this off. We're gonna pull our skirt, we're gonna let it rest. Remember, when you put that meat on the fire, you know, it's like a party going on inside. We add that heat, everything inside's going nuts, having a party. And if we were to cut into it right now, all that excitement's gonna overflow out onto the street. We gotta keep our party contained, guys. That way we don't get in trouble, we don't get kicked out. So what we wanna do, let this chill for a minute. Let the temperature come down, let it regather itself. That way when we cut it, hopefully it doesn't spill out all over the street. Check this out here. All right, so we made our queso in advance. And all I did was I threw it in my pot and I threw my pot on the smoker. I'm sorry, on the grill. You know, all my semantic boys out there will start texting me going, that's not a smoker, that's a Weber. Get over yourself. All right, with love. I was gonna bring that up, but I gotta cut my meat. So, let's start building this bad boy, okay? We're gonna take this. I hate when I go get nachos and the chips aren't wet. So, we're gonna take all this yummy goodness, oh my God, I'm excited, and just get our chips nice and wet. What? I feel like a kid. I feel like a kid on Christmas morning, as Johnny would say. I feel like Gronk after I caught a touchdown pass from Tom Brady. All right, so now we're gonna get our black beans on here, and we're just gonna run these around the rim here. Guys, there's no rhyme or reason when you're building this stuff. What you like, what you want to do it. But I'm telling you right now, this is going to be off the chart. Let's get some of our pickled onions on there. Quick pickle. You're going to have a little bit of that vinegar bite, but not fully. Our heirlooms. Get up there, buddy. I'm telling you, the smell is just amazing. Now, I've got a lot of the juice in here from the tomatoes. We're not gonna waste that. Hell no. All right, now we gotta get our meat cut. Guys, if you're looking at this, the grain is running this way. With skirt steak, you actually cut with the grain. So we're just gonna get this, and we're gonna get our nice cuts here. And we're just gonna go right with the grain here. If we were putting together a fajita, this would be good to go. This is your fajita meat, ready to rock and roll. But we're doing nachos, and I wanna make sure I get a little bit of meat inside every bite. Oh my, my, my. I remember I used to, growing up in town and country, right there over near Hillsboro and Memorial, a Tex-Mex cantina opened up. And it was the first time I tried nachos. I mean, you had the Nacho Bel Grande, but let's be real. Tex-Mex Cantina opened up, and it was the first time I had nachos with queso and cilantro. Oh my God, I remember it so vividly. And maybe that was the start of all the madness. And I tell you that that's enough meat, but no. No, 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 no. Never enough meat. Thanks to Woostoff for my badass knives, too. It's the only knives I use, guys. All right. Now, as if that wasn't enough, you know me, I like cilantro, and we're not going to sit here and be that guy and go, oh my God, let me chop it up. Hell no. I tell people all the time, put it on there like you ain't paying for it, because that's how I want it. Put it on there like you're not paying for it, because I love cilantro. And just like I love cilantro, I love lime. So we're going to give it one last hit. And guys, a little bit of street nachos. Sam, what's going on, buddy? You checking in late today? Check these bad boys out. Now, you can do what you want. You want to add sour cream? Add sour cream. You want to add whatever. Put it on there. It's all good. I get yelled at for not tasting my food. But I got to tell you right now, this is happening. This is happening, guys. Right now. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful night.
Hey, this is Andrew from the Bougie Pig, and when we play with our meat, it's always with the VooDoo Chef. Bye.
Johnny, let me tell you, man, we ate that whole plate of nachos, me and the girls, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I wish you were here to try them. We got to get the studio back open. We got to get your studio back open so we can go back to doing VooDoo like we do live, where we're cooking and bringing food.
Yeah, that one of the things that I missed the most about what people consider normalcy is the guest in studio. And I didn't have a lot of guests in studio. I had local folks, mainly being the nighttime radio guy, but my favorite was, Feel Good Freestyle Foodie Friday nights, where I have you in there. We always whipping some food together. I would always challenge you with stuff, and then and bringing in other people, the culinary folks from around the way, and between the two of us, we know everybody in the game, and it's spectacular, man, because everybody knows there's no better way to socialize than to break bread with friends, man, and it sucks when you have to do it, via Zoom every single time.
Exactly. And it was nice to break bread yesterday. And speaking of knowing everybody, we know two of the most badass barbecuers in Tampa Bay, and we're bringing them in right now. I don't know what that face was we just saw from Derek, but Erik's in, Bubba's in from Wicked Oak Barbecue. What's going on, gentlemen?
How we doing?
We got to get started here. We've been talking about, hanging out with you guys and eating. We really didn't get much into the food. But Bubba, I just got introduced to you, maybe a week and a half ago, and I came down and just totally fell in love. And I don't know.
What about his food, Chef? What did you think about his food?
Oh, his food was amazing, but
yeah.
But we got to attribute that to the score you made by bringing Derek on board. I've known Derek for quite some time. And he hit me up and he said, dude, I'm pitting over here at Wicked Oak now. You got to come by. So, everything's amazing. And I love your pitmaster, homie. Tell us how Wicked Oak got it started. And I come down and you got all these fucking awards, bro. Tell us how Wicked Oak got started.
Man, just a hobby turned into a passion, turned into a dream. Now it's a lifestyle. It's a career. It's all the above. Started barbecuing, messing around at the house when I was 26, just experimenting. Guys would come over, watch football. Before you know it, I was doing little vending and stuff here at car shows around town, local little, ricer shows and little bike shows, stuff like that. And started making good money and then really fell into it and then fell in love with the competition side. The competition barbecues, I love it, man. It's where my heart's at. It's the big thing about barbecue, the whole the whole barbecue industry is like a big family. And go ahead, you have something to say?
Yeah, you started out as a side hustle, it sounds like.
Yeah, that's it. It was a side hustle. It's I was just doing stuff here and there. I was working full time in corporate America. I had just had a daughter when I started doing the barbecue thing, and that's all it was. It was just a side hustle. It was something I loved to do, and was just kept going to the next level. It kept dragging me deeper and deeper in.
Isn't it just funny how when you find that passion and that passion that drives you, how it just becomes more and more of you demonstrating who you are and putting it out there, and all the other stuff just kind of falls by the wayside until it just consumes you. And but at that point, it still doesn't even seem like work.
It's not work.
Oh, we had good connection.
If you love what you do, it ain't work.
I have a question there for you, Bubba. When and how did you know to take that leap from recreational barbecue guy to I'm going to try to make a living at this? I'm going to really take that, because we talked briefly yesterday when we were hanging out how successful people have to have that moment where they jump and either they land on their feet or they crash and burn, but you have to take that chance. When did you know it was time?
So my third competition I ever competed in, no training, no schooling, never went to culinary school, nothing. It's just all self-taught. We took first place in ribs, first place in brisket in the backyard division at Plant City Pig Jam. And that was really one of the, got me hooked. Like, that was it. Like, I'm buying a food truck. I'm going to, start doing more competitions, start doing this. And still, I bought the trailer and I did everything myself, from building the smoker to the back. Me and my 80-year-old grandfather built the smoker, did the plumbing, did the AC work, did everything. And it took me about 2 years, and I'm still at the same time working corporate America, working, 40, 50 hours a week. And I knew it was time. I knew it was something I wanted to do. I loved my, my job at corporate America. It was fine. It wasn't hard work, but it wasn't what I loved. And my grandmother, who's no longer with us, was like a mother to me. She tried her hardest to talk me out of it. She's like, don't do it. It's not, just keep doing it on the side. You got, she was worried sick. And man, if she could see where we're at today from where we were at a year ago, I'm sure she'd be stoked.
She sees you, brother. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And man, that jump is the hardest thing, Johnny. We were talking about that yesterday at length, and you're exactly right. And it takes, as my man Mick Foley would say, a lot of testicular fortitude. And but when you're chasing your dream, you're never going to lose, man.
That's it, man. If you love what you do, man, it's all passion. Barbecue's a craft.
So I like that you experienced a little success with that Plant City Pig Jam, and it was that little piece of success that told you, I can do this. You know what I mean? And that was the catalyst. Even if it took 2 years from there, if not for that win, you might have been like, you know what?
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe I should just be secure and work in 20 years in a place that I'm not passionate about. And I love that story. That was why I asked you. So, all right, I'll stop hijacking your interview, Chef. Sorry.
No, you're all good, man. That's why you're here, Johnny B. But tell us how you ran into Derek and stole him, because, as successful as you are, you got a rock star of a pitmaster.
Man, you talking about hitting the lotto? I know there's a big jackpot going right now in the Florida lottery, but I already hit the lottery just by getting Derek. So my girlfriend, as most people know, Stephanie Swans over at Infomama's Armature Work.
What? And, I didn't know that.
No, man, you didn't know that, Johnny?
Good dude, I love her. I love her food. I love you more. This is crazy.
Yeah, man. And in the mix of opening Wicked Oak, the hardest part of owning a business is staffing. It sucks. It's hard to find people that's dedicated and that want to work. And she knew Derek from over there, and she's like, let's call him, see where he's at. Let's, see if he's interested. And at first I was hesitant because barbecue people, man, is like, we got our certain ways of doing things. He's a barbecue guy. We might clash. He might not like the way I do something. And she's like, screw that. Let's just call him. So she called him, and man, what a blessing. Derek's one of a kind, man. If I could have one or two more of him, man, we'd really be rocking it.
Derek, was that a tear?
Yeah. You guys got me a little choked up here.
So Derek, you and I go back, and my favorite story is coming up to your tent, and you're like, hey chef, you want to at Pig Jig, and you're like, hey chef, you want to try some of my barbecue? And I'm like, is that Jack Daniels back there? Is that Coors Light? And, I had scored right there. But Derek, tell us, you're a Kansas City guy. And I noticed, we brought you in to check the audio, and you had your Kansas City jersey on. Thanks for changing into the Buccaneer jersey. Tell us your background in barbecue and how it all got started and how you got where you're at.
All right, so my first spot was this little hole in the wall, basically like what I'm working now, right? Like, it was called Filling Station Barbecue up in Kansas City. I got started there, and the guy that taught me had so much. I mean, his passion just for meat, not even cooking, just for meat alone by itself was so amazing, and it rubbed off on me a whole lot. And I was 16 at the time when I first started getting into barbecue, and I mean, you're talking well over 20 years ago, and now I've got that same passion, and I want to teach more people to get that passion for barbecue because it's so much fun. I mean, I've never worked in this, like, I'm not just a pit master, I'm a chef as well. And I've worked in numerous restaurants around Tampa Bay right now. And like, I always seem to gravitate towards barbecue because it's a more relaxed environment overall, rather than just, the hustle and bustle of working the line. It's okay, I got hustle and bustle, but it's 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there, in between 12 hours of kind of hanging out, chilling, just doing what the hell you want. But I worked around a bunch of restaurants in Kansas City and really got my background there and learned, the basics of just cooking barbecue. And then taking it from there, like, I got an opportunity to come to Florida and really progressed in my chef career. But as I got further into it, I was like, okay, well, like, I want to get back to barbecue because that's where I love. That's what I love, because I have that passion for smoking meats, just meat in general. Like, there's nothing better than looking at a brisket and you can tell just by looking at it, oh my God, this is going to be amazing. No matter what I do to it, no matter how long I cook it, no matter what, I know it's going to come out great. And that's starting out there, and then finding a few places here and there that would let me experiment with my barbecue. At one point I had my own sauce line, which was one of my goals, one of my dreams was to have that, and to finally achieve it was amazing. And now I get to move along and really help out Bubba, and really show him, like, because I've been in that restaurant atmosphere, I know he's coming from corporate America. So I'm like, this is a perfect fit. Like, I know all the ins and outs and stuff that he doesn't understand with certain aspects of the restaurant. And like, me and Bubba aren't just, he's not my boss. Like, I consider him like a friend, I mean, I'd rather hang out and have a drink with him than work with the guy.
Yeah. I was talking to you guys on the phone. You're like, yeah, we went to this barbecue joint for dinner the other night. And I'm like, that's really cool. You guys hanging out, checking out competition. Got to do it. But, the relationship between you guys is great to watch. And I think that the respect is just incredible. And you see it between the both of you.
Yeah, I noticed that pitmasters, it's not really, I mean, they're competitive, right? And barbecue folks are competitive. But it's almost like they get along better than chefs do. Like it seems like everybody, because I know pretty much all the pit masters in town. I've known Derek for a while too. Also met him at Pig Jig. He was actually messaging me, DMing me while I was there judging, saying, hey, come by my tent. And I was like, oh crap, so went by there and saw him there, and and then I went and chased him down at Armature Works and what have you. So I knew how awesome he was. But it's like when you talk to other pit masters around town, and Tampa is a ridiculous scene, a budding scene. And if people don't know, it's
getting better. It's definitely getting better.
I mean, you see the likes of Ray Lampy and Leanne Whippen, and it's like really great national names, people that have been on the Food Network many, many times. You got the guys out in Lakeland, the Hughes brothers, all these different people. And it's like, holy hell, anytime I talk about one of you guys to another one of you guys, there's never that bitterness. Like I'm in the stand-up comedy world and the radio world. Those guys are dicks to each other. Like you ask a comic about another comic, and then half the time it's like, that guy's a hack. When I talk to a pit master about a pit master, there's something they love about him every single time. And it just seems like you're not afraid to share your knowledge with each other. It's like, that's why I like to hang out. Yesterday, I told you, Derek, I was like, I want to come hang out with you and watch what you do. And you're like 5 a.m. I'm like, all right, that's when I'm going to bed normally, but I'll do it. It's, I love the camaraderie around barbecue. I love, it's almost a family atmosphere no matter what. I've been to so many competitions, and it's like everybody's rooting for each other. It's so crazy.
Yeah. Everybody, that's one of the biggest things that got me hooked in barbecue, man, is barbecue's a family. And you think it's great, like you said, you've been in competitions. The competition world, don't get me wrong, it's a whole different world as far as barbecue and restaurants and stuff like that. But, get out there Fridays, you set up camp, start getting everything ready, prepping meat, trimming meat. And Friday night, man, it's like a big old hoedown. Everybody's hanging out, everybody's drinking, everybody,
just slumber party. Yeah.
And then you get one of the words in the barbecue circuit is leaking oil. So you try to get some of these big names drunk, and they start leaking oil, leaking the secret. So, but yeah, man, it's all family.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Well, you guys treated us like family the other day. We actually came down, Johnny and I, to taste some food, and let's take a look at some of the Kansas City style barbecue that Derek brought out for us while we were there. And I got to tell you, it was fabulous. So make sure you check this out. Come on in, man.
Look at him presenting the safe front. I like it.
Here, man, tell us what we got going, man.
I feel like I'm turning in here.
You feel
Barbecue ninja. All right, so we got this is the A1 we have. We're going to do some wagyu barbecue sauce.
Oh, I've been looking forward to this.
And
Yeah.
then we get this. We got traditional.
Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness.
It's a dry rub, but they're extremely wet because of our spritz. Nice. So we use on them. And then the true Kansas City style burger for you.
Oh my goodness.
D, man.
I get to have some real burn-ins.
Here's to some amazing barbecue, man.
Oh.
Oh. Woodford's really not shooting whiskey, but
yeah, everything's shooting whiskey.
Yeah, I got nothing but whiskey in my belly. I didn't even have breakfast.
What's wrong with that, Johnny B?
Because I'm not an alcoholic moron, okay? I'm fat.
You just call me an alcoholic? Hmm? Okay. I'll take it.
He's not an alcoholic.
No. Drink responsibly.
That's right.
So, I took my fork out, and the only reason I took my fork out is because it's served on top of the garlic toast, and I want to make sure that I try it with the garlic toast. Because, in the culinary world, when it's served like that, that's how you're supposed to taste it.
Oh, really?
Dive in, Johnny.
I always thought the bread was just to keep it getting all soggy on the bottom with the aluminum foil, but those are good.
It is one of the 5 food groups, though. Butter, bacon, caffeine, carbs, and bourbon. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in. And the guava barbecue sauce, we're gonna hit on that. Oh man,
that's why I don't use a fork. Just one burn in is one bite for me. And that is so tender and so good. got the perfect amount of fat, what you want. That's where the flavor is. You know barbecue, you know. If you go to somebody's house and they're making barbecue and you see them trimming a bunch of fat off their food, first of all, bring me that fat. I'll eat it. Second of all, that's not your friend anymore. It's a real bad person. It's an idiot. You might as well go eat vegan barbecue. By the way, if you have a friend that does that, no.
0% vegan.
Oh man, that's so good.
Just fell apart, man. Fell right apart in your mouth. And perfect on the outside. Look at the crispness. But, you know, I'm surprised I don't eat guava. And I know I'm probably going to get kicked out of Tampa for that.
No, there's so many other reasons.
Exactly. But it falls outside of my food group. But this is phenomenal. This is phenomenal. I gotta go in for number 2.
As we would say on the streets, this is stupid, which is good.
And he means,
I'm gonna eat all of it.
what he meant by that was the 2010 streets.
And I'm gonna drink this. This is so good.
Holy cow.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get some of this bread too. Though. This looks like really good bread. So, all right.
Make a little mini sandwich.
That's what I do. Everything's a sandwich, if you want it to be.
Now, these are only available what day of the week?
Friday.
Only
Friday.
Guys, I'm telling you, you got to make the drive for this. This is off the chart. Been to a lot of places, had burn-ins a lot of different ways.
God.
And I'm going to tell you, the first thing I asked, I'm like, dude, are these real? And Derek's looking at me like I'm stupid. And then he said, I'm from Kansas City. This is the real deal. This is not, you know, brisket that they're just taking, cutting down, and putting inside some sauce. This is love right here. That's love.
That's about 18 hours on the smoker.
My God, you get everything good about brisket. You get in this burn-in. You get that caramelization, that char. You got the smoke ring. You got the fat, and even what little bit of lean meat there is. Yeah, good job. See that?
Look at cap of fat.
It is plastic spoon tender. This is amazing.
And it's perfectly rendered.
Seriously, this is
Perfectly rendered.
This is the kind of food when you watch television and they say that food will take 5 years off your life, and you go, yeah, good. That's a good deal. That'll do that. That's fine. Like bacon, way better. Like this. I'm gonna say it. This is better than bacon.
Those are good.
I wanna, man.
Makes you fucking so happy.
My God.
You can't put it on your mouth yet. One of us has to keep talking.
Go ahead. That's fine. I want to eat it all so much. The ribs are looking at me like, hey, what about me, fatso? I'm good too. And I'm like, calm down, ribs. There's plenty of room for you. This
Off the chart.
makes me so happy. This feels like Tom Brady signing with the Bucks good. You know what I mean? Like, this is like, seriously, like, people are like, oh, you gotta go to Texas for good barbecue. No, go to Seminole Heights for good barbecue.
Absolutely.
This is crazy.
This barbecue is so good. We're hitting this 2 weeks in a row. We talked about it Friday night just because we both love barbecue.
Yeah.
And now we're here and we're going to be talking about it again Friday night.
It's crazy. I grew up in this neighborhood. When I was a kid, only thing you can get good was Cuban sandwiches, smoked mullet, and a mugging. This is amazing. Like, this is stupid. Like, if you guys aren't driving down here, I don't know what you're doing.
Honey, you're stupid.
I'm not. I'm being honest. That's all I know is honesty.
Holy
I
cow,
can't help
man.
it. Like, seriously, I got mugged while I was eating smoked mullet on 15th Street in Seminole Heights. Yeah. You know how embarrassing that is? You know what I mean? Like, you're trying to pick the meat off the bone. There's only a little bit left. And the guy's like, give me your mullet. And you're like, no, I don't want to. You know? And it's awkward because we're family.
Johnny, I don't know.
Are we Facebook Living right now?
Right now, we're live.
Oh, hey, man. Should probably watch my mouth.
Those are the goods. All right, let's dig in here,
I'm
man.
in.
Let's go. Now, first of all, you got to look at the smoke on that.
Look at that ring.
You got that?
Look at that ring, baby. Woo! That's the ring the girls really want. Okay?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're gonna pawn your diamond ring as soon as they dump you for some barbecue guy.
now Johnny was just ranting about this, but you got to take a look. That's what it should look like when you bite a rib. It should pull away easy and be tender enough to pull away, but you should be able to see that bite mark. And holy cow,
Perfect.
take away the fact that it's cooked perfectly. This flavor is absolutely insane. Absolutely.
Look, not to brag,
but I know like the best pit masters around, and I've eaten all of their barbecue, and this is 100%. Like, there's not one person anywhere in the country that's known for barbecue you've seen on Food Network or A&E or wherever they do. This is perfect. You can't beat this. This is a Tom Brady pass to Antonio Brown. That's what this is. Like, you can't. Okay, it's championship week. Okay, you're gonna get a lot of Bucs references. I can't help it. But this is stupid. Stupid good.
Absolutely. We do, those of you that listen, we do the pig jig every year. We get a lot of amazing product. Erik's actually cooked there. Yeah. But the pool on this is absolutely perfect. And I'm not going to lie, I eat here quite a bit. Every time it's the same way. You get the perfect pool every time. So if you want to know what a championship rib is supposed to be like texture-wise, come taste this. Now, I'm not going to get into flavor profiles because that differs, from everybody, every person, every judge. But the pool on this, absolutely solid. For my taste, it's got the perfect barbecue flavor. It's not too sweet. I don't like over candied ribs. You see that a lot in competition. It's got the right glaze on there. It's not candied over, and to me, what that candying over says is sweetness. It's got a nice glaze, perfect flavor. This is primo.
Just a little bite of heat, which you want
Absolutely
in a rub, and it's hard to get that balance to where you can tell it's there, but it's not overbearing. This is the kind of heat that your girlfriend or somebody that doesn't like heat, they can enjoy it, and it's there, and the perfect amount of salt too. That's the other thing. People over salt their ribs. It's crazy. Let the pork be the star. The meat is the star of barbecue, okay? I don't care if you got the best rub and you won the best rub in your trailer park barbecue contest. Let the meat shine, and that's what this is doing. This is unbelievable. I want to say words that are so offensive right now to describe this food, but it's 2021.
We need the music playing in the
background.
background.
People are triggered, and I don't want to trigger you with my jargon, but you know the words I'm thinking of. There's a lot of them that describe this, and it's all good. Look, no, I'm not putting any sauce on this because you don't need it.
I was just going to say the same thing. And if you look at this, when you squeeze it, you can see how moist these are.
It's not easy to do, folks. I know you think, everybody, do the 2-2-1 technique. I'm the best. No, you aren't. You're not.
Derek's the best.
Derek's the best.
Hey, Johnny, how about those burnt ends, man?
Oh, come on, man. Come on.
I know. They were
I've been
just
talking
incredible.
about them. I've been talking about them all night, man. When you go on that first date, and I know for you and I, Chef, that was way back in the day, right? But
long time ago.
You go on that first date and you get that kiss right in front of the skating rink or wherever it was, right? And then the whole next day, you're just telling your buddies about it. Guess who I kissed? Yeah, I know. Eleanor Johnson. Yeah, I did. Right. That's what I've been doing with these burn-ins for the last 24 hours. I'm like, hey, Johnny, how's it going? I go, pretty good. I ate some burn ends yesterday at Wicked Oak, and yeah, that shit was bae, and I can't stop thinking about it. As a matter of fact, my girl is down on the totem pole right now because my heart, it belongs to the burn ends, and it's crazy. Like, and she was there yesterday, by the way. Couldn't stop talking about you guys on the way home. Like she even said, and it hurts my feelings because I cook barbecue for her every week. And she's like, best barbecue I've had in so long, and I'm like, I just made shit like 2 days ago. But yeah, I agree with her though. But as my woman, she should have, quelled her excitement a little bit, Yeah. That's like watching a porn and going, I wish you were as big as him. That's how I felt, but but I get it. Those burn ends were perfect. They were perfect. They were absolutely perfect, man.
I was taking my phone out and showing pictures of the burn ends like they were my kids, man.
No, I was sending them to my son saying, why aren't you as good as these burn ends, is what I said to my son. And he's in medical school. He's going to be a doctor, for God's sakes.
I mean, the flavor on point, the tenderness on point, the fat perfectly rendered. I mean, we can't say enough about these burn ends. And trust me, we're trying to, because we keep talking about them. Johnny and I were talking about them to each other today. Like, dude, remember yesterday? God.
I'm going to change my profile, my synopsis on all my social media is going to be Johnny B, lover of Wicked Oak burn ends, and then it'll say comedian, radio personality, actor, vocalist, and all that other BS. But my first thing will be eater of Wicked Oak burn ends. I already know every Friday that's where I'll be, because that's when you have them, and I will be right when you open up and be like, where's my burn ends? Where's my burn ends? Really, this guy's like, he's a crackhead. I don't know what to do with them. And, you know, it's, come on, man. Johnny, take the tourniquet off your arm. It's a weird look. I don't care, man. I'm a junkie. I'm a junkie.
What's up, everybody? This is WWE Superstar Titus O'Neil. I'm here with my man, Chef Erik Young, longtime friend. So much of a friend that he met me at my bank, one of my banks, Bank of America, to come and drop me off some good products that I'm about to get loose on this grill tomorrow when I have all these people over to my house. But you all can do the same thing. Go to VooDooChef.com and get your products. We've got everything on there from marinades to barbecue sauce to rub to all kinds of stuff. Shrimp, chicken, pork, beef, vegetarian, it don't matter. Just get on there and make it splatter. VooDoo.com, VooDooChef.com.
So, Derek, tell us the process on your burn ends. I mean, you're not shy. There's no secret, because it doesn't matter if you tell everybody. They're not going to be able to react and have your knowledge, because every cut of meat's different. Tell us how you handled that and how you pulled them off so amazingly well.
So we start off with the actual point of the brisket. We don't use the brisket. We don't shred it like some other places. Excuse me. Before, like, yes, I am from Kansas City. That is where, if you ask people, that's where they normally originated, was the burn ends there. So I was taught traditionally how to do burn ends. You smoke your brisket, you take the cap off, you put the cap back on the smoker, like there, and there's several other ways you can go from that point with the point. So taking it from there, probably about another 3-4 hours just to get that nice hard bark, right? And render that fat out to where it's not slimy. You get it to that point, take them out, cut them up, and you take them, sauce them up, glaze them down depending on how much fat's on the point, you want to go about at least minimum 20 to 30 minutes, maybe even to an hour, depending on how much fat is on those points. But you want to make sure there's plenty of sauce on there, and there's no seasoning, there's no sauce that matters. Like, use whatever the hell you want, you know? I mean, that's the best thing about barbecue, is no matter what you're doing, as long as you have the technique down, you can add whatever flavors you want to it. And that's the best thing about barbecue.
Absolutely. We were talking about that with the other item you gave us, the ribs. And, you know, traditionally when I go to a barbecue joint, I'm not ordering ribs. Not my thing. But, oh my God, the cook on your rib, homie. I've been there, I think, 3 times since you guys opened. Every time I have that rib, the same pool. And if you look at the photos we're putting up, you get the perfect bite, which is how it should be. Tender enough to bite through, but still hold on to that bone. Like Johnny said, not these plays who are pulling the bones out and making those McRib sandwiches. Just a tremendous job. And the smoke ring, absolutely perfect. Johnny, you're going to need to get your notepad back out. Give us a quick rundown on your ribs, Holmes.
Real quick on the ribs, that's the main thing. It's like you said, you take a bite at them and it stays on. There's nothing that drives me more crazy when people come in, man, I want them fall off the bone ribs. Man, good ribs don't fall off the bone.
No, they don't.
At all, period.
No, they're not cooked right. If it's falling off the bone, it's overcooked.
Absolutely.
They're most likely going to be a little on the dry side.
Yeah. And I love when people say, look at them pulling on, look, you know how they pull off the bone, look at the shrinkage, look at them pulling back, the bone pulling back. You're overcooking your ribs, fuckers. I don't know where you were taught, but, you know, that ain't right.
Yeah, I mean, they were perfect. And when I say perfect, I mean 100% perfect. And I am a snob when it comes to ribs. I really am. I've judged many barbecue competitions, and what you said, Chef, like when I go to a barbecue restaurant, I never order ribs because I don't want to be disappointed. And most of the time I will get a dry ass rib. And a lot of times, because they're making so many of them, they lay around and they get dry, whatever. I don't care why it happens, but this mouth wants the best shit, right? And that's what I got at your place. And I was so not only satisfied, but I was taken aback. I was impressed. I was deeply moved by the quality of the ribs. I'm a real fat person. I'm not one of these people that's like, well, my dad's fat and my mom's, I have bad genetics. I have a problem gland. My metabolism's slow. No, I could be skinny. I take this shit seriously. And when I bit into those ribs, I was happy to be fat.
You know, I love when you go to the joint and you hear people go, can I get some barbecue sauce? There's no barbecue sauce on the rib, fuckers. That's because they're cooking the shit too fucking dry. You got to moisten it up. You know, Derek, give us the lowdown, homie, because you do them a little differently than I do, and I was stoked. You do them a little hotter, and I do them a little quicker. Share it with us.
Yeah, so we're running 275 on them, about right around 2.5, 3 hours, right? Put them on there. Make sure your smoker's up to temp, whatever. Put them on there, and then give it about an hour to let that bark really set in. Let that seasoning really set on that meat, and then from there, you go out after that first initial hour. Go out and spritz them, right? We use a couple different things on our spritz, but one of the main things in it is apple juice, because we want to balance out that heat in the rub and the sweetness in the apple juice. We want to make sure that it's a sweet heat. We want to make sure it's there, because it just makes a great tasting pork rib, and then every 30 minutes you're out there checking them. I mean, you can go by temperature, but I've been doing it so long, I do it by color and feel. I can give you a temp. You can look at 190. They'll be close. You're real close at them, but I always go by feel, because every cut of meat is going to be different. It doesn't matter. So exactly, brisket, even pork butts. I mean, you can feel it. You can temp it out all day long, but the best thing to look for is color and feel. Like, you're looking for that tenderness. You don't want to be over tender, because then they're overcooked. And then literally 2.5, 3 hours later, almost to a T, you can just pull them, and they'll be what Bubba likes to coin the phrase, she's touching her toes. But she's not breaking.
He's ready to get it.
Oh, just amazing. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Derek, you're getting enough love from us. Fuck you. We hate you. Because you're that damn good, brother, and you should be very proud. Be very proud.
So, hey, I'm Casey Grillo. I play drums with Queensryche, and I love VooDoo Chef. It's amazing stuff. My wife and I cook with it all the time. Thank you, VooDoo Chef.
You have your own signature rub? Is it the same rub you use on other stuff? Or
is it top secret?
Text message me what you put in it.
But what you're calling that? You want to say it? You want to talk about that? You want to?
Yeah, man.
Don't give it.
We can just leave it go, Bubba. You don't have to share that. Every barbecuer has their own signature.
Man, how about this? So my pork rub is the same rub that I've been making since I first started barbecuing when I was 26 years old.
That's what I want to hear.
I've added one or two ingredients since then, and just tweaked it a little bit. And I mean, it's just your simple rub. I mean, there's a total, 8 or 9 ingredients in it. I mean, brown sugar, a few little this, little that, something this. And,
but it's just like Derek said earlier, and like I said at the table, you know, it doesn't matter. The rub is going to be your flavor, your signature, what you like, and that's what's going to separate the barbecuers. It's the technique and the ability to get them to that perfect temp, perfectly cooked, that sets you apart.
Yeah.
And if you can do that and your flavors are there, that's what makes you unique. And we would hope everybody could get those cooks.
Now, not to sound weird, but I was staring at your wood, right, when I was over there yesterday. Now, what kind of wood are you using? Is it different kinds of wood for different cooks, or is it all the same?
Come on, Johnny B. What's the name of the spot?
Wicked Oak. That's what I was hoping. There you go.
Good.
All right. Now, where are you resourcing this oak? Is it local oak? Because Florida's got a lot of oak. Okay.
Yeah, it's all local oak. We got a buddy that has a tree service, comes and drops it, and we split on site everything. That way we can split it to the size we want it, depending on how long of a cook we're gonna do.
I saw your fancy wood splitter. That was pretty cool. Hell
Johnny,
yeah.
you'll be happy to know it's free range oak.
All right, hey, big thanks to Chef Young's and the VooDoo Foundation. I mean, they made a big difference today, just coming in, working with our kids all day in culinary, and then to pay off the debts of our students who are in need. I can't ask for anything more. What a great holiday treat from Chef Young's. All right.
Hey, Bubba, you bring something unique to the table. You coined some of the food. I said, what do we eat now? And you're like, I call this the street food of the barbecue. And you brought us some super cool dishes. You know, let's start with the dirty dog. And Voodies, no, it doesn't have dirt on it. But tell us about the dirty dog, because I don't want to get into the second sandwich, because Johnny's going to go nuts once we say the name of the second sandwich. Tell us about the dirty dog.
So just in general, so the biggest thing with barbecue is, Derek could say the same thing. It's barbecue. We talked about it yesterday a little bit. It's barbecue. Keep it simple, stupid. It's, you know, don't try to overthink it. Don't try to, just like we were talking about with the sauces. You go to a barbecue spot, you get a plate of food, and then before you know it, you're getting a ladle of sauce all over the top of it. Like, it doesn't need that. Good barbecue doesn't need it. So I'm a foodie. I love barbecue. Love it all. You know, I love my ribs. I love my, you know, pulled pork, the brisket, all that stuff. But what about the like street eats? People love that. People want the crazy shit. They want the, you know, the carnival eats, stuff they can go get off food trucks and stuff like that. So when I started the food truck, I had to come up with some, you know, off the wall items, such as the dirty dog, which is just it's a jalapeno cheddar infused smoked sausage, butterflied open. We throw it on the griddle, get a little crisp on the inside of it. Then some of our pulled pork, a little queso, a little shredded cheese on a hot dog, on a toasted brioche bun. And that's it, man. It's the dirty dog.
And, you know, one thing about sausage, if it hits the grill and it's on there too long, it is dry quick.
Yeah.
And you put just the right hit on it to get it crisp on the outside. Your pork, moist as the day is long. And then you snuck in that little bit of queso. And I even asked you, dude, what was that flavor that I couldn't pinpoint? And it was that queso, and it just brought everything home, and it was just absolutely incredible. And I remember, I'm going to take one bite of this thing, got to be done. Next thing you know, plate's empty.
That's it, man.
Yeah, I tried to jam the whole thing in my mouth, and when I got your sausage in my mouth and that juice hit the back of my throat, it was man, it brought back memories, you know, and it was nostalgic memories of just glorious sausage I've had in my day, and it was fantastic. You know, normally I don't have that experience in the afternoon. It's normally after several drinks, you know, in the back of an Uber, but that was unreal. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, seriously, I wanted to change my Facebook profile and say that I was dating that sausage.
You did.
So good.
Yeah, the queso definitely sets it over the top. Queso's like bacon. I mean, you put queso on anything, man.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not like a good queso.
So, talking about putting it on anything, after you said the queso was that ingredient I couldn't identify, I went back and I said, dude, I wish I would have had queso to dip my sandwich in. And that sandwich was phenomenal. But being the fat guy I am, you say queso, I want queso. You gotta answer the question as soon as I stop, because Johnny's gonna go on Tom Brady quotes. Tell us about the Tampa 2 sandwich.
Championship week. We got to. Right, Johnny?
Yeah, Tampa 2. Yeah, hell yeah.
That's it, man.
Let's go.
I mean, it's championship week. We've been waiting for this for how long?
Just,
Too
18
long.
years. Not a big deal.
Yeah, ain't nothing.
Just
man,
one child in college now.
So our signature sandwich, the Tampa 2, pulled brisket, mac and cheese, does have queso on it as well, and toasted buttery toast, Texas toast, man. It's in between two. It's like a brisket melt, I guess you can call it. And man, that's just one of those things that my fat genes just kicked in, and I knew that's what I wanted. And we didn't even make it until our first one I made was the first one we sold when we opened up. Like, didn't even have to taste test it or nothing like that. And it's taken off. It's our signature item, period.
Yeah, you knew it in your heart and in your belly. Like, and here's the thing too, and I talked about this on the way home too with my girlfriend. Very awkward that I was talking to her about stuff that I love more than her. And I normally will never get Texas toast as a bread option on a sandwich. It's my last option because normally you get this big brick of dry ass bread.
Yep.
And it just ruins all of the other ingredients. But this bread had so much perfect butter balance, and the crust on the outside of it was so perfect. I didn't even think it was Texas toast. I at first, because it was so perfect. The texture was crispy and so buttery. And I talked about it while we were eating it, how all those flavor notes, they didn't hit you at once. They kind of hit you in little cycles as you were eating it. And it's like this, then you're trying not to be a big fat ass and just, because I'm the kind of guy that gets a bite of food and then I'm already eating the second bite while my mouth's like, can we chew this up first? What are we doing? And I'm like, shut up, let's do this, we're trying to die. And then but with this Tampa 2, I had to take a bite, set this bitch down so that I can get the full experience, giggle. Now that's the thing, I don't know if other people do this. When I'm eating something that's really, really good, I giggle. And it's not because it's funny. It's because it's so good. I have no other emotional response that makes sense except for to giggle because I'm a happy fat kid. Just if I'm laughing while I'm eating your food, it's not because you're funny. It's because your shit's amazing. I was eating that Tampa 2 and I was like, it was so good. And I've been talking about it too. It's crazy. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm just saying it's that good.
And we had to set it down because you're not skimpy on the product there, brother. I mean, there was so much pulled brisket in there, and just to be matched by the mac and cheese. I mean, that was a huge mountain of a sandwich. Johnny and I split one. Can't wait till next time, buddy. And it was still too much. It's never too much, never enough. But holy cow, it was a lot of food. Every product in that sandwich was quality. There was pride throughout every piece of that. And that's amazing. And it was that damn good, brother. And my hat is off to you.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm big on I tell all my staff, if you put something in a plate, I will pretend you're the customer. And when you open that plate, would you be happy? If you're not happy, throw it away and remake it. Period. Just like with those sandwiches, like you said, had plenty of brisket and stuff like that. I want you, if I'm one of those guys to where I'll pay for food. I love food. But there ain't nothing worse than going somewhere it's paying a good price and then the food just be shit. It's like disappointing. I'm not worried about it.
Like last night.
You feel like you wasted your meal. Johnny, you're on my side. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. No. yeah. Look, and that's the other thing. I rarely seek out a dude and friend request him on Facebook. But as soon as I found out like who you were and what you were about, I started talking to my friends. I'm like, who is this guy? And they told me, I go, going to find him. That's my new buddy. We will find a way to love each other. And I knew we would hit it off too, man. Like you're my kind of guy. Like you're the kind of guys I grew up with. You're the kind of guys I hang out with now. And same thing with Derek. Even though he looks like he'll murder you in an alleyway, he's such a good dude. I love it. So
like off the first
I want to hang out with you guys just so we'll have good food and nobody's gonna fuck with me when Derek's around. You know what I mean? Like, kill him, Derek! Kill him! Yeah,
not a problem. I got a smoker. I throw him on.
Yeah, wood chipper.
Oh, shit.
I'm just sitting back and enjoying. This is great. You guys keep going.
Yeah, just keep the Zoom alive, Chef. You can go to bed now. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Me and my homies.
Well, guys, Hey, we're going to cut into some of this video, some of the food. Check out some of the items from the street eats. But before we do, my personal favorite of the night, the smoked chicken wings, brother. We were talking, there's places all over town where you can get smoked chicken wings, but a lot of the places you got to call up or you got to get there by a certain time. You guys got them 24/7. They were cooked perfect. You had them in there. You bite into them. A lot of times with the smoked wing, it's a smaller cut of meat. It dries out. It was moist all the way through. It was still, bone tender. We could pull the bones right out of the flats, and the flavor was just absolutely perfect. So let's real quick take a look at some of these videos, and then we got to come back for a little pointless pop culture trivia. So hold tight. Check this out. Bubba, what's going on, man?
What's going on, Trev?
Wait, we're gonna take a shot before anything, because I don't know if you know, I like my bourbon, I like my whiskey.
I already got one.
You're good?
Yeah, I just poured it.
People watching on the video are like, why was that bottle like half empty before you got there?
That happens at my house all the time. I think somebody breaks in and drinks all my whiskey, and I'm like, I think I did it.
I can't keep a bottle of Jack in my house, so we got the Woodford on backup.
That's good. I have Woodford at the house. I have 2 bottles of Woodford that I've been doing work with. Yeah.
Go Bucks.
I can't wait. Cannot wait.
Man, that is so good. And you know what? After the barbecue, it tastes completely different. It has a whole new flavor profile.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I use this for my old fashions at the house. So I'm a fancy guy. Like, I put on like a vest and I roll my sleeves up and I look like a big fat bartender at a speakeasy, and I talk like I'm from the 20s. Like, oh, look like you need to muddle the fruit there, boy. And then
Boy.
Oh, what kind of sugar cubes you using there? See? Yeah, and then I make myself an old fashioned. Burn that orange peel, fatso. And then make it really nice. Are those maraschino cherries, boy? Yeah, it's good.
You just said everything in boy.
That's how you talk in the old days.
Bubba, you got 3 more boxes here.
We got 3 more boxes.
What are we talking now, man?
So we hit you with our traditional barbecue. You burn in your ribs.
Right.
That's the good stuff. Wicked Oak, we got a little bit of stuff we call Wicked Eats.
Wicked Eats.
So it's basically barbecue street food. All right?
Barbecue street food.
Seriously,
Make room, man. Because now you're talking my game.
That's it. So this is what we call a dirty dog.
Oh my goodness.
It's a jalapeno cheddar infused smoked sausage. Butterfly stuffed with some pulled pork and queso.
Get off my dirty dog.
I already cut it in half for y'all.
My God.
Let's get a quick snap of this.
Yeah, this is woo! This is street food you would street walk for. Well, I got a wig in the car. I ain't afraid.
So that.
All right, what else we got? We're gonna taste them all at once. So let's see what else we got.
This is our signature item. This is what you're a Buccaneer fan, so you know all about Tampa 2.
Yes.
This is our Tampa 2 sandwich. It's a brisket, mac and cheese, melt.
All right, so you're not gonna really see inside of this, but look at the grill on that.
That's
man.
perfect. Look at the brown. Look at that.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, I'm gonna show them inside. Let me show you here. You want to see inside? Before it goes inside my belly.
Holy moly!
Look at that right there, ladies.
That's
Oh!
That's our signature item right there.
My God.
What's that one there?
This is just, it's our wangs.
Your wangs?
Wangs.
Oh.
Brine them overnight, slow smoke, and
Yeah, you
fry them just to get a little something.
Perfect.
Look at these bad boys. There's not many places you can get smoked wings in town.
Not to do it
Hey,
right.
wait. Wangs.
Wangs. Yeah.
Wangs.
We're in Seminole Heights. You say it like wangs. And I don't know if you heard Bubba, but he said brine them overnight. If you even consider yourself a recreational barbecue cook, or if you cook poultry at home in any kind of brine your poultry, man. Brine it. What are you doing? It's the easiest thing in the world. Johnny, what's a brine? Google it. I ain't got time for all this. I gotta do this.
Yeah, we gotta jump into that bad boy right straight out of the gate.
Oh my goodness.
The Tampa 2.
Tampa 2. Shout out to Rondé Barber. They were voting today on the Hall of Fame. Hopefully him and John Lynch got in.
That's it.
I've never had a fucking sandwich that has pool, man.
Come on, man.
No, that's a different segment. Oh my God.
We sell 30 to 40 of that one sandwich a day.
Yeah,
Just
but
that
Johnny
one
and I just now discovered it. That might go up by 20.
Yeah. Oh my God. The bread is so perfectly buttery too.
Gotta have the butter on the bread.
Absolutely. The butter don't hit you at first. The butter is like a present at the end. You bite
Damn
into
straight.
it, you get that creaminess from the macaroni and cheese. They hit you about the same time as the meat, and then your mouth immediately goes, holy shit, this is a lot of meat. Are you good? And then you're like, hey, mouth, you know. And then my mouth's like, I know. And then I start eating it, and then all that flavor's hitting you, and then right when you start to swallow all that meat, the butter from the grilled cheese goes, hey, butter's here. And I go, oh shit, hey butter, hey, what's up? And then the meat's like, don't forget about me, I'm in your throat. I'm like, I feel it. Yeah. Oh, so good.
You know,
I got so many meat and throat stories, guys.
I'm not even gonna try.
Follow me on TikTok, Johnny B. Tampa.
Not even gonna try to compete with that one, Johnny. But again, the beauty of this is everything is perfectly cooked. I mean, and you know, if you were eating this sandwich and you had all these components, it's definitely a win. But the fact that everyone is perfectly cooked just puts it over the top, because you go so many places, you get shitty ass pasta inside your mac and cheese. You know, they in a sandwich like this, I would hate to get that crispy top part in my sandwich. Perfectly creamy, and you're right, it does hit you first. And I got to tell you,
just like the Tampa 2 defense, everything has to do its job in order for it to be successful, right? So the bread is like the D line, right? Penetration, pow, 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 right? You only need a 4-man front. That's this buttery ass bread, right? Can't forget about it. You got a little Simeon rice in here, a little Warren Sapp, all that, right? Booger McFarland, that's my dude for real. And he follows my TikTok, by the way, Johnny B. Tampa. And and then the macaroni and cheese, that's like the safeties, right? You got a little John Lynch in there, right? Oh, a little Dexter Jackson, watch out. And then the meat your linebackers, baby. Oh, a little Hardy Nickerson. Oh my God. No.
I ain't fucking talking, guys. This is a shit.
And the napkin? That's just a water boy. Don't even worry about the napkin. You don't even need it, but this is stupid. This is woo!
Ric Flair.
Yep.
And I'm telling you, you know what? Ain't nobody gonna walk the aisle and beat this. Dude, we could just stop and I'd be okay.
Nah,
but we're not gonna.
Man. I got a big old ding dong I got to jam in my mouth. Chef, what are we talking about? Look at this thing.
People say I'm a fucking liability.
Yeah,
Johnny.
I'm like a fat Linda Lovelace right now. I can't handle myself.
All right, man, let's do it.
I might not chew.
Jesus Christ.
Look at all that. Look at that.
Start eating.
Look at the meat on it. Ah,
Start
yeah. Ah, you want it? You want it. Can't have it, but you should get it. Oh. Can I take a picture of this? How am I not selfieing with this? Hold this. How's that meat in your mouth, Chef? Good?
Johnny, I changed a tire one time. That doesn't make me a mechanic. Remember that.
Mm-hmm. I kept afraid like we were gonna see this.
My favorite part of any barbecue restaurant is the sausage, and
oh my God,
you know, the reason this is like standing out to me, because you got the jalapeno cheddar sausage, you got more fucking cheese on top, which fat guys like me need, and you got the barbecue pork on there, the pulled pork. What's hitting? There's no barbecue sauce on this. And the fact that it is as moist as it is, same thing with the Tampa 2. The fact that that sandwich was as moist as it was, now with Tampa 2 we could blame it on the mac and cheese. But here, this is moist. This doesn't need sauce.
It is sauce.
It's fucking amazing.
When it's as juicy as this, it makes its own sauce. All right? which is similar to what I used to put on my Tinder profile.
Careful.
What? What are you talking about?
Go back to TikTok.
Chicken Tinder. Chicken Tinder. It's my own dating site I'm working on. It's for fat people. Pretty cool. You got to swipe with both hands though, because people are heavy.
Jesus Christ.
So fucking cool.
That's great.
So those wings brought you a side of our mango habanero barbecue sauce.
I like mangoes and habaneros.
A little sweet, a little heat. Two.
So in case you weren't paying attention earlier, and I don't know what you were doing, brine, smoke, and then boom in the fryer, just so you get a little crispy. Oh yeah.
It's got some heat, Johnny.
Does it? Well, it's habanero. Habanero for a pepper that doesn't really rate high on the Scoville units.
It hits pretty
It's
hard.
sneaky hot. Like, yeah.
It sounds like Guy Fieri.
What?
You've had
It's
chicken.
sneaky hot.
You guys had a chicken wing a time or two, huh?
Oh yeah, I know how to do that. Yeah, bro.
Blowing the chicken wing in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, I used to when I was in college. My roommate was a Hooters manager, and he was like, you know how to eat that wing? You know how to eat those wings. I did that for him real quick. He goes, okay, well that's something I can show my employees. And I'm like, you should see me with crab legs, dog. I'm professional fat. I don't mess around. Like I get the meat out of everything. All right.
Hey, you know, I love smoked chicken wings, and these are like super moist. And I was saying earlier, it's hard to find these around town. A lot of places you have to order them, call in and order them. You have these all the time on the menu, and that is so damn moist.
Perfect.
I mean, I think that's what we keep saying here is how perfectly cooked all the food is.
Everything is juicy. There isn't a piece of dry meat or anything at all. The brine shines through. It's perfectly. It's not over salted like a lot of brines. It's easy to get crazy. Put too much salt, over brine them. It's just a perfect amount. The smoke still is the star. It's all about the meat. It's all about the meat, baby. That's gonna be the name of my next album. Something about your phone, Chef. I look real fat today. Is it because of a wide angle or?
I don't know. I think you look fine, buddy. I think you're perfectly fine.
Thanks, girl.
Bubba and Derek are just sitting so far away. You really can't tell from the angle. They're so far away. That's why they look so teeny compared to us.
Yeah, it's
Look,
camera trick.
I can't even touch him. He's so far away.
Yeah, it's like that Hollywood Magic, so depth perception thing. Like, yeah.
They're actually sitting in Clearwater right now.
Good.
You ready for a little pointless pop culture trivia, guys?
As long as it's not about the Bucks, I'm good.
All right, we got somebody joining us tonight, gentlemen. Meet Chef Carl Miller. He is the owner of Silver Smoke Barbecue. Carl, meet the guys from Wicked Oak and Johnny B. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Carl, what's up?
What's up, Carl?
What's up, Johnny? Chilling.
Carl and I have hung out before. Great chef, great barbecue. How are you, buddy?
Pretty good. It's been a crazy year so far.
Yeah.
And I hope you have your drink ready because, as every week with Pointless Pop Culture Trivia, there are only two rules. You must not cheat, and you must have a drink. So if you guys are ready, we'll get ready for a little Pointless Pop Culture Trivia. And as always, the winner of tonight's Pointless Pop Culture Trivia will earn the right to have their name entered into a drawing where they may be selected the winner of a prize that may or may not be named at a later date. So if you're ready, here we go. If you think you know the answer to the question, simply shout out your name.
Oh, I got something better than that. Since it is championship week, if I know the answer, I will hit the Gene Deckerhoff button.
It's good. Oh, I hope it works. And remember, it is pointless. We are drinking.
And if I get it right,
so it is what it is.
All right.
I want him to win just so I can listen to that all night.
All right, here we go, guys. Question number one. If you know the correct answer, simply shout out your name. In what 2007 film does Shia LaBeouf discover his Chevy Camaro can change into a giant robot? I think he got you by short there.
I beat it.
Derek, you are in.
Like Sparkle. Transformers.
Transformers is correct.
He is right.
You guys got to keep your own score because I'm drinking Jack.
What's new?
Yeah, exactly. Question number 2. Well, earlier I was drinking Woodford like Johnny is tonight. Question number 2. Golden Doodle or Snickerdoodle? Which is a delicious cookie?
Johnny.
Johnny's in.
Snickerdoodle, but if you get hungry enough, I'll eat your dog too.
Damn straight, homie. All right, get ready for question number 3. We got a tie game. If rapper 50 Cent had a dime and a nickel removed from his name, what should his new name be?
That's a stupid math question. Oh, man, it's funny. Go ahead.
Did somebody call in?
Yeah, Derek.
Derek, what's up, homie?
You said nickel and dime, right?
Yes, I did.
All right. Maybe 15 cent.
You are incorrect.
That
is incorrect.
Johnny, his name would be 35 cents.
Johnny, you're in with 35 cents to take the lead 2-1. Question number 4. Carl, can you hear okay? You hearing us?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, buddy. Okay, just
I'm
checking.
enjoying the show.
Just checking. You and Bubba, you got too much smoke going on. You're not hearing the questions. Question number 4. In the 1920s, the Miss America organization introduced what category that was eliminated in 2018?
Yeah.
Can you repeat that?
Yeah.
Optimus Prime, please.
Sure. In the 1920s, the Miss America organization introduced what specific category that was eliminated in 2018?
Johnny, that would be the swimsuit edition. Show me that booty.
That would be the swimsuit competition.
Come on, ladies.
Johnny's up 3-1. God, I'm not drinking enough because I'm keeping score. And I'm
in 2021, anybody could be in it, and anybody can wear a bathing suit. Look out for me. I'm trying to get people to follow my TikTok.
I got you. What is your TikTok, Johnny?
It's on my screen right there. Look, Johnny B. Tampa. Oh, it was scrolling. God dang it. It went away. Never mind.
Bubba, real quick before we forget, throw out all the social media for Wicked Oak.
Please.
Wicked Oak Barbecue on Facebook, Instagram. Wicked Oak Barbecue. Barbecue is BARBEQUE.
Hell yeah.
That's it.
I follow all of it. You got to get a TikTok.
I'm like, wait a minute. That's how you spell barbecue.
Yeah.
Gotcha. We're all good. We're all good. Question number 5. What DC publication has the slogan, "Democracy dies in darkness"?
Johnny.
Johnny.
Democracy dies in dark. That would be Batman.
You are incorrect.
That's my loser noise.
All right. If nobody has an answer, the correct answer is the Washington Post.
What?
The Washington Post.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake
I mean,
news.
in fact, it was DC.
Tiny. I mean, he said DC. I was thinking DC Universe.
Right?
Fat nerd.
I've never seen a single one of those movies, and yet I seem to ruin the ending to one of them on your show that one night.
I remember. That was awesome.
Isn't that the one where everybody dies and Johnny's like, "Dude, you're a jerk, man." I'm like, I didn't see the movie, man.
It's called Endgame. Shit.
Yeah. He's like, I saw Titanic. Isn't that the one? I go, nobody knows about that. Next week we're reviewing Passion of the Christ. You're gonna give away the end of that too?
Question number 6. The Great Barrier Reef is located off the northeast coast of what country?
Johnny.
Oh, damn it.
Johnny's in.
Sorry, guys. It's Australia. Everybody knows that. Come on.
It is Australia. It is Australia.
Look, I'm doing
guys.
better this week, all right?
Very competitive.
Johnny's got 4-1.
At least I got 1.
I've had 4 of these. I know that. That's for sure.
I don't need an honorary point this week.
It's the only thing. The only thing I do fast is trivia and eat. Everything else is super slow.
You were good at Sparkle the other day.
Thank you.
I heard it.
All right. Question number 7. Katy Perry's baby daddy is what Lord of the Rings actor?
Carl.
Carl's in.
Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom, why do you always get the fangirl questions right, Carl?
I knew some shit was coming.
I like how he said it disappointed because
Carl.
he doesn't get to put his face in them big old boobies either. I know. That's great.
He knew what was coming behind it. All right,
Orlando
question
Bloom.
number 8, and I don't care what the score is. In what children's book does a spider befriend a young pig named Wilbur?
Carl.
I think Derek snuck in there.
You got it.
Charlotte Webb.
Charlotte's Web is correct. He's
Yeah.
making a comeback, but for some reason, with that dirt rocker look, I don't think you have a chance on the next question.
Probably not.
What one-name R&B star had a #1 hit with "My Boo" and "You Got It Bad"?
Oh my God.
Bubba.
Bubba
Bubba.
got it.
Oh, go
I
ahead.
think Bubba's in.
Yeah, Usher.
It is Usher.
Yeah.
Not like you got a chance in hell at catching up, but you got that right.
Bonus
I'm
point.
on the board.
Full name Usher Raymond.
Cool story, bro.
That's okay.
Hey, true story?
Did I ever tell you about the time I hung out with Usher?
No.
It never happened.
True story. I beat Don
Oh, wait, never said.
Pablo in hip-hop trivia on the Johnny B Show.
That was weird. Famous local DJ Don Pablo, my dear friend. And I did hip hop trivia. And this guy who looks like he's a roadie for Skid Row beat my friend. It was crazy.
I won. That's all I'm saying.
Weird.
Yeah, I have no clue how I won because I know nothing at all. I was
One of the
guessing
great wonders
whole
of the
time.
world.
Question number 10. What's the standard geometric shape of a stop sign?
Johnny.
There.
Johnny's in.
Oh, I got it first. Come on.
Look, man, you got to pay for that good Wi-Fi, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
I guess. All right, fair enough.
The sweet compression on the mic is what did it.
I got that Spectrum 500, son. I got
Johnny's rich.
No, I ain't. I'm rich in brokeness. I believe that would be the Octagon.
It is the Octagon.
Thank you.
Speaking of the Octagon, who's got Conor McGregor this weekend?
Not me.
Not you, Johnny?
No.
You think he's going to lose?
Yeah.
Carl?
I don't want him to win.
Derek?
What are you talking about?
Burn ends.
Erik stole a Steak and Shake glass. Man of my own heart. Dude, I have so many beer mugs from breweries that don't know I have their beer mugs. So
It's not their fault they left them with us.
not their fault. My pockets are big enough to shove them in there, and they don't know.
Right?
Bubba, Conor McGregor going to win this weekend?
Probably.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
All right, even though Johnny's already won the game, let's, although the last question is worth a gazillion points. Question number 11. What small breed of dog is also a state in Mexico?
Bubba.
Bubba's in.
Chihuahua.
A Chihuahua. Chihuahua. So we got
Worst dog ever, by the way. The worst dog ever. Like, they're the worst. They're ugly, they're little, and they're dickheads. Every
Bubba's
single
got
one.
one.
We just
Do
Stephanie
you?
got one. I didn't. Stephanie did. Stephanie got one.
What are you doing,
got one.
Stephanie?
No,
What are you
you
doing?
I
got
know.
one, dude.
I told her.
I used a Chihuahua to break up with a girl one time because I didn't like her, and it was Valentine's Day, so I bought her a Chihuahua, and she's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "No, it just seemed like your type of dog." And we broke up like 2 days later. It was great. She tried to get back with me like a month later. She goes, "All this dog does is shit all over the house and then eats it." And I'm like, "Yeah, now you know how I felt for 3 months." Yeah, perfect. Butthole. God, I got dark real fast. I apologize, guys. Hey, how about those burn ends, huh? Those are good.
Burn ends. Ribs.
All right, staying on the animal, we got 2 more questions. And, Johnny, you need them both to win because, whatever.
Whatever.
What breed of cat shares its name with the former name of Iran?
Oh, that would be the Siamese. Thank you.
You are incorrect.
Okay.
What was the question again?
What is the proper temperature at which you pull burnt ends from the smoker?
What the hell?
Derek, you do it by
Derek,
feel,
you're
not by
in.
temperature.
What is it, Derek?
You do it by feel, not by temperature.
Derek, you get a point for that. What breed of
I mean,
cat?
I'm a
shares its
203
name with-
guy myself, you know what I'm saying? But, whatever you want to do, guys. I'm drunk.
The correct question was, what breed of cat shares its name with the former name of Iran? And the answer is Persian.
Oh.
Persian.
Oh, okay. Scud missile?
Exactly.
Exxon Oil.
We're gonna wrap this up real quick. Derek, hold up that bottle. Derek's off tomorrow. If you couldn't guess, look at that.
Oh,
very much off.
Very nice, buddy.
And Bubba's over there going, even if you weren't off tomorrow, you're fucking off tomorrow.
Look, this Woodford was full when I started.
Hey, Bubba, I'm not coming in.
All right, guys, question
so
number 13, and it's a doozy. Kevin Hart or Yoda? Who is officially listed as 26 inches tall?
Ooh, Derek.
Derek.
Yoda.
You are incorrect.
Oh, whatever.
You're exactly correct. But the winner of tonight's Pointless Pop Culture Trivia is Johnny B. Good job, my friend. For winning tonight's Pointless Pop Culture Trivia, we will have your name entered into a drawing where you may be selected the winner of a prize that may or may not be selected at a later date.
Hey, if it's a T-shirt, don't even ask me the size. Just get like the biggest one that they make and be like, holy shit, that's a big-ass T-shirt. And then try to put it over the hood of your car. And if it fits, then I'll take it.
Hey, guys, as always, thank you, everybody, for coming into the Voodoo Chef Podcast. Johnny, thanks for sitting in. Until next time, guys.
And there you have it, Booties, another episode of the Voodoo Chef Podcast. Let's give a big shout out to everyone involved with Voodoo Chef and all things voodoo, starting with Woostoff Knives, the official knife of the Voodoo Chef. And jamming up and down the streets of all Ybor City and Tampa Bay, Ragged Old Souls. Thanks for letting me jam with you guys. And when those amps are cranking, the turntables are definitely spinning thanks to the official DJ of the Voodoo Chef, DJ Don Pablo. Check him out spinning all across town, most importantly, at all Voodoo Chef events. Speaking of events, getting ready for yours? Check out Voodoo Chef Catering, custom-created events for every shape and size. Log on to VoodooChefCatering.com to get your information today. A great big shout out to all my Voodies that are in the Voodoo crew. Thank you for your support. And of course, we could not do what we do in the crew without all of our crew sponsors. First Watch, Chef Shane Shively, thank you for believing in our mission. And of course, we can't forget VooDoo Mortgage. For all your mortgage needs, check them out at VooDooMortgage.com. Alessi Bakery, a Tampa staple. Drop in and check them out today. And our newest sponsor, Twisted South Food Truck. Chef Adam Jessup, thank you for what you do. And of course, all things voodoo are in support of the Voodoo Chef Foundation, providing culinary scholarship and feeding those in need. To find out more information or make a donation yourself, log on to VoodooChefFoundation.com today.